Welcome to Step.co. This is Gabby, the trauma informed personal trainer, and I brought you a very different program today. I'm going to teach you how to ground through your feet. You may not think this is an important piece, but if you really want to embody your movement practice, this will serve you for a very, very long time. And I'm bringing this practice from my therapist, so this is a very special one for me. So we are going to ground through the feet. And what that means is just to really feel what's happening in your feet, underneath your feet, and your whole body itself. It's going to be a very different one. So stay with me, stick around. You might find it slow, but long term, your body is going to really, really enjoy the process, hopefully. If you find that slowing down is challenging, just observe what's happening. Okay. So think about the ebbs and flows of the body. This will be a practice that might serve you the best when you're in the ebb state. And the reason why I'm doing this with you today, because I'm in a very ebb state right now. So I recognize that I need to slow down, and you may have to do the same. So have a shoulder width apart with the feet and notice how the body feels right now. Notice what kind of movement is happening in the body. Maybe you notice that it's hard to connect to the feet. Maybe you feel really, really anchored through your feet. Notice where you carry your body weight. I'm recognizing that most of my body weight is on the outside of my feet, around the sole. So just notice what's happening. I'm noticing that I'm shifting back and forth. However, that's just coming up. We are not gonna do that yet. Notice what the texture is underneath your feet. For example, this one, what I have here, is very spongy. I notice the unevenness, the little bumps on this beautiful black mat. And I'm noticing that I'm playing with the toes. I'm trying to relax the toes. So notice what's happening in your toes. Maybe you find that it's hard to relax the toes. I find with a lot of clients that they tend to scrunch those toes. That's a sign of being really, really tight in the body. And the toes reflect that. I'm noticing that I'm locking my knees. So I want to remind myself to just give it a little bounce. I'm noticing that my feet are falling inward. So I want to lift those arches up a bit, moving the knees out a little bit to feel more connected through my feet. So we are going to start focusing on shifting the body weight side to side. And just notice how your body, the rest of the body is responding. I'm noticing my upper body, my chest is lifting a bit more. I'm trying to get taller. And I'm really not shifting my whole body weight to one foot. Almost feels like I'm not trusting that one of my feet can really carry my whole body weight. It might not be true for you. It might resonate, or somewhere in between. You might say, I don't even know what I'm feeling. And that's okay too. I just want you to recognize what's happening. Maybe you're not sure what's happening. And just notice, is the sideway movement shift is soothing you, feels soothing, or maybe it's aggravating, making you frustrated, a bit angry, or any kind of emotion that's coming up. For example, I'm noticing that I'm tend to shift more to the right side. It almost feels like I'm trusting the right side more, which is quite funny because I'm deaf on the right ear. So normally I wouldn't trust the right side as much. But, this whole inner work can be really, really telling. And it's telling me that I have more trust in the right side these days. Okay, now we are going to shift and shifting forward and backward with the body weight. Only to the point that you feel safe, only to the point that you're not feeling threatened to fall forward or fall on your face. I'm really feeling my heels. I'm really feeling my toes are stopping me from leaning more forward. I'm noticing that my whole shoulders, my neck is trying to tighten when I'm leaning forward. Almost like, oh, I don't want to fall on my face. So relaxing the upper body feels a bit more challenging than when I was shifting side to side. So what we are doing right now is just really dropping into the body. And you might find it slow, but if you start your practice with this little thing, your squats might become better, more grounded, stronger, more anchored through the feet because you're really noticing where your feet are in space. I'm noticing that I'm doing less now and I feel more comfortable with doing less. Are you comfortable with doing less? That's always a good question to ask. We tend to do a lot. We try to do more. It's coming from feeling not enough. What happens if we do less and allow the body to slow down, allow the mind to slow down? It's a very different feeling. Can be scary, can be very calming. Okay, we are going to switch and we are going to free fall through the heels. Get on your tiptoes and just drop down, up and down. And as you notice, my whole body is just bounces as I land on the ground. I noticed with quite some clients that when they land on the ground, the whole body stays rigid. The body tries to hold itself. So just notice what's happening. Are you able to let go as you're landing? Or maybe it's a bit challenging to let go and let the whole body bounce. It looks quite funny, I find. And let's do two more with the breath as well. Inhale. And inhale. And excellent. And the last thing we are going to do today is balancing on one foot. I'm going to shift my body weight to the left foot. And it's not coming naturally, I got to say. My calf is fighting quite hard here. Okay, I'm going to switch. Let's see the other side. I bike here today, so my whole body is really, really tired because I was pedaling hard. And it's possible that my calves are tired from all those pedaling. And come back. We are going to do two more per side. And we are going to speed up a little bit. Interesting. It's getting more stable. Here we go. And notice, are you able to feel the foot, the sole of your foot, as you're lifting the other leg up? And the last round. Notice if there's tightness coming through the hips, especially the lifting leg. And here we go. Notice if your body is leaning sideways to balance better, or you're able to keep your body upright. Okay. And shake it off and take a pause. Notice, do you feel more anchored? Do you feel more grounded, more stable in the body? Honestly, I feel more tired than at the beginning. And that's okay. We are not trying to change our state. We are just recognizing what's happening on a bodily level. So just notice and feel. Notice if your breath is available or not so much. I'm automatically lifting my heels a little bit because I find it soothing while my calves are working hard. Excellent. So you can go on with your day today. This was our little program. If you feel this is helpful at the end of the day, or you like starting your day with something calmer, that's the program for you. Don't forget to follow me and see you next time. Welcome to Step.co. This is Gabby, the trauma informed personal trainer. This program will be short and sweet. All you need is a chair. So, this is very convenient to do it while you're at your office, at your desk, home office, or not home office. And all you need is a pillow as well. So, what we are going to do today is something that helps you to drop into the body while you're staying at your desk, but you know that the work is getting out of hands and everything is going to, I'm not going to say that. So I'm going to start all over. It's so hard not to swear, guys. Over. Welcome to Step.co. This is Gabby, the trauma informed personal trainer. Today, I'm going to teach you how to drop into your body while you're sitting at your desk. All you need is a chair and a pillow. So let's get started. I'm going to put the pillow behind my back. So this trick is coming from my lovely, lovely therapist. So I'm going to teach you how to be with your body. And what I find with fitness programs or my own experience is that micro movements, tiny, tiny movements, might not happen easily. But if you feel your micro movements, you'll be able to stay with the big macro movements as well. So I'm going to help you become more present in your body today. It's going to be short and sweet. And we are going to start with the feet. Notice them on the ground. And as you see, I'm sitting quite upright. So make sure those shoulders are not hunched over. So lengthen the spine and bring the chin back. And just feel the feet. If you have shoes on, feel free to remove them. If the rest of the office doesn't mind, remove your socks, but you can keep the socks on. And just notice how this makes you feel. Are you thinking about the work that you need to complete after this, or you're able to just be with the bodily sensations? I'm noticing my hands on my thighs. My hands are a bit colder, so it has a cooling effect on my thighs. And I'm noticing that I would love to just curl into a ball under the covers, which is not possible at the moment. So I just try to find some comfort in this setup right now. So if you feel scrunching the toes makes you feel good, go for it. I'm really finding that the big toes are leading, which can be really helpful with other programs of mine. And notice, is your breath available or it tends to disappear while you're focusing on the feet? It's possible that we just completely stop breathing because we like to say we are multitaskers, but when it comes to the body, it might not be that easy. While in the mind, we are thinking about a million other things. And now I'm going to move up to the hips, to the glutes, the bum. And I'm just really letting the body land in the seat, in the chair. And notice how the sit bones feel right now. For example, for me, the right feels a lot more anchored than the left one. And might be true to you as well. Maybe it's very different. And you don't have to focus or force yourself into anything. You're just observing what's happening in the body And maybe eventually that other sit bone will land as well and get more anchored. Let yourself arrive and just notice what kind of sounds there are in your surroundings. Maybe you hear your coworkers chatting, the phone is ringing. If you're in home office, you might hear the birds or anything that's coming, the noise coming from outside. Sound rather than noise. And notice what the sound does to you. Does it help you relax? Just you're able to notice it, or maybe it's a bit annoying. Who knows? Any of those can be true. I'm noticing that I'm connecting to the pillow and I'm just pushing my back against the pillow a little bit to feel supported, to feel comforted by the pillow. And a lot of us tend to have this hunched over posture. This helps us bring the shoulders back and down, having more breath, like bigger breath available. And notice how little, now here comes the micro movement. What happens when you're kind of pushing the back here against the pillow, but tiny, tiny little movements. I find when I go really too hard, then my neck engages. I try to keep the neck out of the occasion. So just little press. I'm noticing the right side is a lot more available, a lot more online than the left side. But as soon as I say that, the left side comes online too. If you find you're not getting the concept when I'm talking about, don't worry. Just let yourself experiment what's happening. What happens if you go bigger? What happens if you take 50% of that intensity back and just doing little things in the body? The more you can stay with small movements, the more you will be able to stay with bigger movements too in the body. That's how we widen the window of tolerance. I'm noticing that I'm lengthening the spine through my neck. And I'm just going to do a bit of rotation side to side, how that makes me feel. I'm moving a bit more. And maybe one side feels different from the other one. Without assumptions, just let that happen. Notice what feels good instead of challenging the body. We really want to feel good, safe in the body first, and then we can do those challenging things later on. If we start with the challenging things, actually, it can be hard to find how much you have capacity for in that very moment. So we want to know what's available, and then we can pull back if it's too much, or if it's easy, we can go a bit harder. But we have to learn our limits first. That's why we are doing tiny little micro movements in the body. And put your hands on the stomach and notice if you're having stomach breathing or actually coming from the chest. A lot of us coming from trauma, the chest breathing is a lot more present than stomach breathing. If that's happening for you, don't worry, don't try to change everything. Just notice how you're able to slow the breath down. and stay with it and finding comfort in it. And maybe, just maybe, you're able to connect to the feet, the bum, the glutes, and the back at the same time. But if that's overwhelming, just pick one or two. Maybe just the feet, maybe just the bum, maybe just the back. I'm noticing that everything up here is tight. I'm holding a lot. Maybe you feel the same way. Maybe you feel really, really loose here, or somewhere in between. And now let's check in with the body. Do you feel a bit more relaxed, more present, or you're still thinking about, okay, I got to get back to work and do all the things that are waiting for me to do? And please know there's no right or wrong. We are observing and maybe eventually becoming more present and not worrying about what work we need to do after this will be available for you. So this was for today. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to follow me for more and see you next time.